things are going on in the U.S. right now. Yesterday, GOP officials gathered around the table for the new administration's first cabinet meeting. It was dominated by a guy no one voted for. Who has also admitted his cost-cutting measures haven't always gone according to plan.
Oops. What's up, y'all, man? This your big cuz, MazoCapone. Now, throughout this video, you're going to bear witness some unhinged commentary from these women. All of them. So buckle up.
And to stay out of jail.
Yeah.
You know, that was mainly his. No, I think that's true. I don't think he ever wanted really the responsibility of the job. He's not really bright enough to handle the job.
Guys, Joy Behar is calling somebody not bright. Are you serious? Joy Behar is the most stupidest woman on daytime TV.
And Elon Musk kisses his butt and strokes his tiny ego or big ego, whatever it is. And he doesn't get to he can take a nap while the guy was not born in this country, who was born under apartheid in South Africa, so has that mentality going on. He was pro.
Guys, this is some serious defamation. And this is why these women are always having to read or legal notes in mid-show. I don't understand how ABC allows these women to do this stuff. Seriously.
Apartheid, as I understand it.
He's a naturalized citizen,
right?
Now.
He's a naturalized citizen.
And she's saying this stuff like it's actually true.
Naturalized citizen.
Oh, really? How did he do that? Did he come over the border legally?
He had an H-1B visa, I believe.
He flew in.
Yeah, he allegedly overstayed that visa.
Yeah, but I think this is just perfectly.
Of course, Sunday Hostin has to put in her 2 cents.
Wonderful for Trump. He can take a nap and let this foreign agent, an enemy of the United States, do his job.
Anybody else?
Like I told you guys, this is some very unhinged commentary. You see, all the Trump derangement and all the Trump criticisms and all the Trump insults, people have gotten numb to it. That doesn't work anymore. So they have to go to the next thing. Elon Musk and RFK Jr. Because the Trump insults, they're not working no more.
I don't like Elon. I wouldn't go as far as to necessarily call him an enemy of the United States yet. Let's give him a little bit of time. This is my gripe with Elon Musk. There is a world in which having him for free advise the U.S. government could be an asset. This is somebody who made incredible investments with EVs, with Teslas, with SpaceX. I've toured what they've done in NASA. He is a brilliant person when it comes to rocket science, engineering, not federal staffing. Like that, we're using him in the dumbest possible way, in the way that he is least qualified to be used. And it just doesn't really make sense to me.
She don't know what she's talking about, guys, because Elon Musk is a genius when it comes to managing companies. When it comes to like management, Elon Musk is the best at it. He is a genius. Look at what he did with X. For example, I mean, just look at X. He knocked down I think like 80% of the. He laid off like 80% of the people and kept 20%. And look at X now. I mean, X is thriving. So, like, once again, these women don't know what they're talking about.
Honest take was, why didn't someone get Elon Musk a chair? He's just kind of hovering over the entire meeting, like dressed in all black. But then also, cabinet meetings are kind of pointless. No actual decision-making happens in them. It's kind of, especially in the Trump era, it's turned into basically everyone goes around one by one and flatters the president. So it felt like an odd sideshow. I didn't really get the purpose of it.
What did you think?
For me, I think if anyone was still in doubt where the power lies in Trump's new administration, the cabinet meeting made it clear that it wasn't in the actual cabinet. The power dynamic is that we perhaps, as you have been saying, Whoopi, have a shadow president. That's what it.
You mean like how we had a shadow president with Joe Biden because he was mentally incompetent? How we just found that out? Guys, you notice they don't ever want to talk about that shit. Joe Biden, he damn sure wasn't running the country.
Appeared like to me.
No!
He was asked to speak first. Trump asked him to speak first. I don't think that's normal. There was minimal input from cabinet secretaries. Instead, all that was highlighted was this.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking, yeah, what are they going to say?
Yeah,
None of them know what they're doing.
And in fact, they.
Says who? Says you? Like, Whoopi, shut the fuck up, Whoopi. I mean, just like none of you women don't know what you're talking about. And guys, you see people on the left, Democrats and all these liberal people, they keep criticizing everything that Trump is doing, but yet they don't give any kind of solutions. I mean, if you're going to criticize as hard as they're doing it, give us some solutions. What would you do better than? Give us something better.
So what I got was that the government is saying that Elon Musk doesn't actually run Doge, that someone else runs Doge, but that person wasn't at the meeting. And the government has also said that he is a special advisor to the president. Right. I think the bottom line is he is now, without question, Trump's most powerful advisor.
Well, when you said no one else really said anything, there was a point in that meeting where someone asked about how Elon was being received, and he looked at all the cabinet. He goes, "We all love him here, right? You better all love him here, right?" And it was like,
yes, that didn't happen. Oh my God! Guys, like I said, this is some very unhinged commentary. These women, I mean, just think about it. If Kamala Harris would have won and she would have became president, I'm sure she would have done one or two things that I would have agreed with. I mean, because look, you're not going to agree with everything somebody does, and you're not going to disagree with everything that somebody does either. There are going to be some things that you probably would agree with, but these women right here, everything that Trump does, they just disagree. They find some kind of negative spin to it. They always find a way to spit it into a negative. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just very disingenuous.
what other person's going to raise their hand and object to this marriage? Like, it's a little on the spot. But Musk has also said about these layoffs that anyone who was not dead could answer the email. The massive blaring point he's missing here is some of their direct report bosses are saying, don't reply to the email. Then you've got the president and Elon Musk saying, if you're not dead, you better reply to that email. Everyone that's ever worked in any environment knows you don't put in writing things that can be used against you legally. Yeah. So I would.
But shit, this is job related though. So what will be used against them legally? It's job related. So what can be used against them legally, being that this is a job related issue? Guys, once again, these women don't know what they're talking about. And you see, I say this shit all the time. I don't see this show being on 5 years from now. Seriously, this show right here, I do not see it being on 5 years from now. These women are very unhinged. They don't know what they're talking about, and they're legal liability.
Never replied to that email until I had clear instruction, which has not been given to any of them. The other thing is, he mentioned Elon Musk in that quote. He said something about Ebola and how they accidentally laid them off and came back. That's actually not true. The funding has not gone through. There's a lot of chaos in that particular place. But something else they should remember when they loosely talk about mistakes is mistakes are important, but they should not be haphazard mistakes. When you fire people, can't find them because their email's disconnected, and you have experts in certain fields that could be paid buku bucks in the private sector, you're not exactly encouraging retention of talent in the government itself.
Remember when they fired those people who were guarding the nuclear arsenal by mistake?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think part of the problem is, I get that everybody's very happy he's doing what he said he was going to do, but he's actually not. He's actually not, because if you go through and you say, here's where we're bloated, here's where we're cutting, this is what we need to do. But you can't come in a week later and fire everybody when you haven't done the homework. You have no idea what's going on. You don't know where the bloating is.
Shut the fuck up, Whoopi. Guys, once again, these women don't know what they're talking about. You see, this is actually a normal thing because a lot of times companies, they will lay off a wave of people just to see and gauge who they really need, and then they'll hire them back. So this shit, what Whoopi saying, Whoopi don't know anything about no damn business. I mean, this is just all emotion. This is just typical. This is just typical liberal bullshit. It's just all emotion. They don't really even use their logic. They don't really think. They just it's just all emotion.
Because you haven't looked. Nobody's done the work. I don't, we all say, yes, it would be nice if stuff was smaller. But I tell you what I don't like. I don't like the fact that when
Musk.
Robert RFK was asked about the measles, it was a very sort of blasé response. But it's not blasé to the person who lost their child. Not blasé.
Just like it wasn't blasé when the parents of Lincoln Riley lost their child on the Kamala Harris's watch. I don't never see y'all talking about that.
And I just feel like there's so much rushing that is happening that we're going to start to see more and more of this kind of thing. And I think parents now have to make a decision because now you see the direct correlation of not immunizing your child.
Yeah.
What happened?
We gotta go.
Say what? What?
Oh,
Say,
shit,
I
legal
can't hear
note.
you. What? Oh, okay.
Legal note, y'all.
We'll talk more about this when we come back. Yeah. One of the reasons I love this show. Go ahead, Joy.
I was just going to say that now I'm getting some flack because I said that Musk was pro-apartheid. I don't really know for sure if he was. He grew up.
Then why the fuck would you say it then? Why the hell would you say something if you didn't know that was if whether it was a fact or not? That was pretty stupid.
Up at that time when apartheid was in full bloom before the great Nelson Mandela fixed that. He was around at that time, but maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. He might have been a young guy too.
Might have been.
So don't be suing me, okay, Elon?
Nah, shit. Elon, please sue her. I hope you do. Please sue her, Elon. Shit, sue ABC. Guys, Joy Behar is an 82-year-old woman. This woman has been on TV way before I was even born, and I'm 44 years old. This woman, she knows better. I mean, seriously, this woman knows better than that. Well, she should know better. That was a very stupid and reckless thing to say. These women are a seriously legal liability. I told y'all that. That was very reckless what she said. Why would you say something like that? And if you didn't even know for sure, that was very stupid. This is, like I said, this is an 82-year-old woman. Guys, I can't stress this to you enough that these women, this show right here is not going to be on past 5 years. I'm telling you, these women don't know what they're talking about. Their ratings are in the tank, and they're a legal liability. But anyway, y'all, this your boy MazoCapone. This Do Better You channel. Like and subscribe. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.